Well, hello there, everyone. It is Fantastic Friday, March the 3rd in the year 2023. Hopefully, you're doing outstanding. Yes, investing. Investing helps complete the circle of life in a way. Hopefully, you take that the correct way. Never read me the wrong way. Anyway, to start off with, I'm Mazske Finance. I'm coming to you currently from South Florida. I have plans, hopefully, if it works out, to travel the world. Anyway, with that being said, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm no kind of doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. Nothing at all. I'm a blue collar guy who made his way from not making a large income in pretty much his entire working career to be financially independent at a fairly youngish age. Okay? Now, with what I know, I believe I can help a young person become financially independent at a much younger age than me. So, what I do on my channel is I share stories, experiences, dreams, plans, investments going well, investments going bad, etc., 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 on how to hopefully help everyone out there become a better investor. As well, I'm learning a lot about a lot of different topics and things pertaining to our lives, and I may try to share some of those stories and experiences as time goes on. So, when I say investing helps complete the circle of life, what do I mean? What do I mean? Okay, we're all in this world together. If you look around, you see there's a lot of problems out there. You see we live in the best of times, but the worst of times. I think that's an opening line to a book by Charles Dickens. Something that might be flip-flop from how I said it, but you can look it up. Charles Dickens. What's the title? I forget the title. I've read the book. It was the best of times, it was the worst times, it was the worst times, it was the best times. One of those. So anyway, with that being said, how can we not only become great investors, but how can we, and I'm not getting hippie-fied on you, I'm not getting in the dream world. What I'm trying to do is help everyone to become a better investor and to become healthier. Now, the bad thing about saying become healthier is everyone out there has their own thoughts on this, okay? The push out there is protein, 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 protein. That's the push. But history shows us, medical records show us, doctors from the past and the present show us that massive amounts of protein, yes, they contribute to larger muscles, but that is not what creates health. Health is nature. It's plants, it's vegetables. And I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. I'm nothing like that. I eat meat. Okay? But with that being said, I'll throw out a couple different things here in regards to living healthy and investing wisely. Okay? So stick with me to the end if you can. You never know what nugget I will throw out towards the end. Okay? So with that being said, while we live our lives, we need to make conscious, intelligent decisions in all aspects of life. All aspects, everything. We want to be safe on the job. We want to be safe in our homes. We want to raise our children well. We want to become the most intelligent, well-rounded, healthy person that we can be. Correct? Okay. So that being said, a few different things here with the human body. As I said in yesterday's video, I am signed up to get I call it the whole body test. Okay. It's over 100 different tests, primarily blood. I think I said just blood, but it's blood and urine. Okay. Blood and urine. It's at a laboratory, Quest Diagnostics. That'll be done there. Okay. I am also very strongly considering signing up for the gut test, the gut check. Because the more I learn about everything with the human body, the gut is really tied into the rest of our body. Okay? All right. And here, I'm going to go off on a different direction at the moment. We are in a primarily protein-driven society, right? For a lot of people, not 100%. Autopsies have shown of people, colonoscopies have shown of people who eat a lot of meat over the years. It doesn't happen overnight. So it's the same thing with investing. It doesn't happen overnight. But those who eat a lot of meat over the years, bacon, steak, hamburgers, pork ribs, beef ribs, etc., 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 they don't get enough fiber. by and large. Okay, I'm generalizing here. They don't get enough fiber. The majority of people out there are constipated. And if you don't think you're constipated, the majority of people out there are constipated in some fashion, meaning inside your intestines, because we all have intestines in our body, there's poop accumulating. As that poop accumulates and gets stuck just a bit, maybe it moves out, but it gets stuck for a while, things can happen. And I wonder about myself. I'm on record, you can scroll back a year or so, almost a year ago. I made some videos about getting colonoscopies. Why? Because I had had my second colonoscopy in a 5-year period. And once again, I think it was 2 polyps. First one at age 49, I had 3 polyps. This one, I had 2 polyps. I also scheduled an endoscopy a couple months later, whatever it was, a month or 2 later, or whatever it was. And on that endoscopy, they found 2 stomach polyps. They also found inflammation in my esophagus. That inflammation in the esophagus, according to the doctor, his words to me were, he could not see the skin cells under the inflammation. So he doesn't know if the skin cells were changing into something that's called Barrett's esophagus. Barrett's esophagus is the stepping stone to esophageal cancer. Okay, so that's what that is. These polyps in my stomach polyps are not as common, but yet not as many folks have endoscopies. So that experience combined with another experience with the missus, I started looking into our diet. The first thing I did was I tried to eliminate added sugar. It's hard. You look around out there at processed foods, which is almost everything. They put sugar in almost everything. Americans as a whole eat a ton of sugar. Americans as a whole eat a lot of white bread. White flour and sugar are 2 of the evil things in our diets. Okay? So, with that being said, if we can, I won't say eliminate, if we can add in healthy options, I think most of us will find, yes, you can eliminate some sugar if you got the willpower. But I think most of us can find that by adding in healthy options, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, what am I forgetting? And whatever stuff that man did not make, something that nature made. And you might say nature made a cow. Yeah, sure. Yes, they did. I still eat beef. What I do when I buy beef is I get, in quotes, organic beef, free range. The cows that hopefully, if everything's done correctly, they're eating out in the pasture. Hopefully they're eating a variety of grass and weeds and plants because that makes their meat healthier. Okay? Look up, there's books, there's movies, Fast Food Nation, some other stuff from 10, 20 years ago. Cows that grow up in I call it the cow factory. They're living inside a barn. There's 1,000 cows, 10,000, whatever it is in there. And they're just eating grain. They're never getting outdoors. That's the primary meat going out to the country. They shoot it up with hormones. They shoot it up with antibiotics. So when you eat that, you're eating hormones from something, antibiotics from some type, and it's not good for you. And it doesn't have the healthy benefits that meat is supposed to have. If you want to eat meat, go shoot a deer, a wild deer. Go get a wild caught salmon. Okay? Go get a bison. Go get a free range cow, the beef from that. Yes, it may cost $1 or $2 more, but it could save your life, and it could save you dying young, and it could save you going through a lot of turmoil. I have worked 2 main jobs in my life. I was enlisted in the Navy. I was a police officer for 20 years. Okay? While people I knew in the Navy when we were younger, in our 20s, they're now my age, in our 50s, maybe pushing 60 for some of them. I know of people that have cancer. I know of people that have lost limbs. I know of people that have been in the hospital sick. In the police department, I know of police officers that have gone through a lot of health issues. This does not have to happen. Stats will vary on this, statistics will vary, but roughly 70% of diseases are preventable through our lifestyle, through our diet. Exercise plays a part in this. Exercise isn't it alone. Diet is more important than exercise. Yes, we need to exercise. Yes, we need cardio for our lungs. We need it for our heart. We need to move. We are a sedentary society. We need to move. We need to exercise our minds as much as we exercise our body. We need to read. We need to do puzzles. We need to think. Okay, we need to have intelligent conversations. All right, and we need to learn how to invest. I started putting links again for Wealthfront. I do not get any benefit for this. Okay, I'm capped out on my referrals. So if you click on that link, you get a 0.5% interest boost on their interest rate. Their current interest rate is 4.05%. You click on the link and you will get 4.55%. All right, it's a FDIC insured savings account up to FDIC insurance up to $1 million. Most banks give you $250,000, not $1 million. Okay, so you're pretty safe there. So if you're trying to save up money to buy your first rental house, if you're trying to save up money to have reserves because you currently own rental houses, if you're trying to save up money because you want to buy your next rental house, you want to put your money into something that gives you something back. You don't want to be losing money. If you put in, my local credit union here in Florida pays 0.25%. What's inflation running? Okay, so if you get 4.55%, it's better. It still might be below inflation, but it's a lot better. Okay. The other thing I like about Wealthfront that I have not seen any other bank that I've been affiliated with do is if I log into my account and I click on like interest earned or whatever it is, interest, I can see the interest accrued to date for the month. And it might be $2, it might be 45 cents, it might be $5, it might be $17, whatever it is. It will show me what my interest will be at the end of the month if I don't add any more funds into it. And it'll show me what my interest to accumulate would be at the end of the year if I didn't add any more funds into it. Okay, so it's a good snapshot. That's not how you invest. It's how you hold cash safely. Cash will lose dollar amount to inflation. That'll get you 4.55% interest. And then if you refer one of your friends, you get an extra 90 days. If you refer a second person, you get an extra 90 days, up to a maximum of 12 months. Okay? All right. So with investing, how does that complete the circle of life? All right. Some people are investors and they don't care about exercise. They don't care about health. They want to smoke the stogie and sit back and drink the drinks and eat the good food. Odds are, it's not a guarantee. Odds are they're going to die younger. Okay? But it's not a guarantee because we're all different. All right? Some people might be able to do that and get away with it and live a long, healthy life. But for the majority of us, I read something somewhere this morning, I forget where I saw that, that said the World Health Organization is forecasting that by the year 2030 or 2035, 50% of the world's population will be classified as being obese. Obesity contributes to a lot of diseases. And not obesity in itself, it's how we become obese. How do we do it? We eat too much food. We eat the wrong kinds of foods. Foods nowadays, the American diet is killing society. Okay? When the rest of the world becomes Americanized, they start dying younger. It's a fact. You can look it up. The American diet is unhealthy. The bad thing is it's spreading to a lot of places. Okay? But yet we can choose to eat healthy. We can choose to exercise. We can choose to move our bodies. We can choose to do resistance exercise, weight exercise. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to run a marathon, but we got to move. Okay? We got to move. You can't just sit around. You got to move in some fashion. With your diet, like with exercise, a variety can be better for you, especially with your diet. There's, what I read, 200,000 different plants out there that are edible or something like that. but Americans primarily eat what? Maybe three: corn, beans, soy, maybe something like that to that effect. Potatoes, white potatoes, something to that effect. And none of those individuals vegetables are the best in the world. You hear about superfoods, okay? Broccoli might be considered a superfood. Blueberries are superfood. Kale might be. If you only eat broccoli every single day, that's all you eat, you're going to be unhealthy. If you only eat blueberries, you're going to be unhealthy because you got to have a diversified diet. You can eat 30 plant types in a week if you so desire, counting fruits and vegetables, a variety, the best you can. We all live in different parts of the country. Things are seasonal. Okay. Also, let me throw this out here too. Look up the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. The Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. It's in regards to pesticides on plants. The Dirty Dozen will tell you the top 12 worst plant things to eat because of pesticides. I looked at the list earlier. Number 1 on that list is strawberries. If you get normal strawberries, they are ranked number 1 as being the one that absorbs the most pesticide. Think about pesticide. Most Americans already have, I think it's glyphosate in our bodies from Roundup. Roundup is sprayed everywhere. It's getting sued. It's been sued. Monsanto, that's the company name, I think. They're getting sued for calling that causes cancer. It's used. Farmers and landscapers and lawn people, they use that. Our bodies are absorbing it. It's carcinogenic. We want to minimize it. So do we want to eat our food like strawberries, those delicious, tasty strawberries, and add more pesticides into our body? Just think about it. So if your budget's tight and you can't afford to eat 100% organic, well, if strawberries are the worst, they're ranked number 1. Maybe buy organic strawberries. And I think number 2 is spinach. Maybe buy organic spinach if you buy spinach. But then you can look at the list, the Dirty Dozen. If you look at the Clean 15, it's things like avocados, kiwis, mangoes. I'm forgetting some of the others. A lot of times that are things that are peeled. They have peels on them. Like say you want to buy bananas. They have organic bananas, but why pay extra for them? You can peel a banana. You're eating the inside of it. So the outside is what has the pesticides on it, hopefully. Not the inside. It doesn't absorb it through that thick skin. So if it's a peach, well, think about that. It's soft and juicy. If you spray it with pesticides, it absorbs it. A nectarine, okay, a pear. Pears are on the Dirty Dozen list. I don't think apples are too. So I've been buying organic apples 10 years, 15 years. Yes, it costs about $1 more for a bag. But there's health benefits to organic too, more so, than treated. Because if it's organic, the plant has its own defenses to protect itself against the bugs and the critters and the bacteria stuff out there. Those defenses of the plants are what's beneficial to our body. So sometimes if we eat organic in a certain plant, or anything as organic as a whole, we get a better health benefit from it. But yet our wallets can't afford to eat 100% organic, okay? Our wallets can't always afford to join a gym, to buy a treadmill, to buy free weights, barbells, and dumbbells, but we do what we can. Walking is free. You gotta have a pair of shoes on and clothing, but walking is free. If you have access to a swimming pool, swimming is a great exercise, okay? A set of dumbbells are cheap. If you need to do weight bearing type exercises, you can do body weight exercise. You can do push-ups, planks, body weight squats, combined with just moving. Add in dumbbells. Even a 2-pound dumbbell is something. 5-pound is better. Add in some dumbbells. You tone yourself up, but you're helping to strengthen your muscles, which will help strengthen your bones. Combine with that with your diet. There are certain minerals that will help strengthen your bones. Okay? So if you eat correctly, osteoporosis is preventable by our diets. Heart disease is preventable by our diets. Cancer is preventable by our diets. Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, going on and on and on. They're primarily preventable by our diet. You do have external factors that come into play. You have radon coming up from the basements in a large part of this country. You have radiation from a nuclear field or from a cell phone or something. You have pesticides you're eating. You have it's the sun. We get sunburned and skin cancer, melanoma, something like that. So, but how does investing play into this? I know this is getting long, but as someone commented on a video the other day, what's the point of becoming financially independent at a semi-young age when you're getting sick and you can't enjoy it? Some of these people, I've heard some YouTuber talk about somewhere along the way about it's really great to be wealthy because now they can afford to pay their medical bills. Well, why can't we prevent getting those high cost medical bills? Medical bills cost more than food, right? So make wise choices both with investing. I talked about Wealthfront in this video. It's a stepping stone. It's a helping handout for you. It's a way to help accumulate some cash to buy your first or subsequent rental property or to increase your cash reserves because you own rental property. Okay? Be safe in all you do. Make wise decisions. Don't play with fire. Don't be reckless. Don't be reckless. Let me throw something out. I was a young man one time. I was reckless in a variety of different ways. Okay, I've rode motorcycles. I've jumped out of airplanes. I've been hot air ballooning. I've been whitewater rafting. I've done thrill type seeking stuff plenty of times. I've eaten, I don't know how many hamburgers on the grill and fast food. I've eaten all those fast food restaurants. You name them, I've eaten there at some point. So we all do things. But those who don't make the change to something better, it catches up to you. And it's catching up to people at a younger age now than ever. This accumulation of all the bad stuff, the accumulation. Look at cereal, morning cereal or nighttime cereal. I'm just going to throw out some brands like Apple Jacks or any cereal. Look at the box, look at the ingredients. Some of these things are they're chemicals. It's chemicals. And we're giving it to our kids. All right. When my kids were little, I used to call it sugar cereal. I wouldn't buy sugar cereal for them, but I would buy maybe mini wheats, which still had sugar, but at least it didn't have as many chemicals in it, as something else. So you make wise decisions in regards to everything. All right. I have known investors who chase the hot stock. I used to be a stock investor for 30 years, 40 years. They're always chasing the hot stock, and it doesn't always play out for them. I've known real estate investors who get too reckless, and I'm on the verge of doing that. I'm calming things down, okay? Because I went 0 to 25 in 4 years, and I got a little too big for my britches. Too many rehabs, too many this, too many that. But I'm riding it out, okay? I learn from my mistakes. I try to share with you as well. All right? Little Navy guy up there. I painted that guy 30 some years ago. All right. Still had it all these years. We'll see how much longer I can keep them. All right. With my hopefully potentially world travels that may be coming up. All right. So with that being said, travel is good for you too. Experiences are good for you. All right. It's a circle of life, as I've called it. All right. In a fun way. Have fun. Socialize. Have friends. Have family. Make good decisions. Invest wisely, eat healthy, sleep well, minimize stress, don't be a victim of crime. I used to teach a course when I was a police officer, how to not be a victim of crime. You can't 100% eliminate the potential to be a victim of crime, but you can really cut down chances of being a victim of crime by making intelligent choices. Just by locking your car doors if you park your car in the street or the driveway could help. Locking your house doors can help. It's different things that can help. All right. This is getting plenty long enough. So with that being said, we'll keep it under 25. Have a great day. Stay safe in all you do. Mazskes signing out.